What's up, my fellow hustlers and YouTubers? Today is a new sales update. So, today I'll be going over 10 items that I sold in the last week on eBay. All items have been thrifted from either Goodwill, Salvation Army, thrift stores, the outlets, stuff like that. Some of them good, some of them bad. I'm just going to try to keep it real so you can learn from my experience. This first item was an interesting one. These are the classic Reebok Princess, the Reebok Classic Princess shoe. All black. They're like an older model. I picked these up at the bin, so they were like $1 or $2. The interesting thing is, after I picked them up, I noticed that they were like corrective shoes. One of the heels were like this big, and one was like this big. And I figured there had to be a market for corrective shoes. I already had them in the bin, or I already had them in the cart. So I got them and I came home and like I didn't really find a definitive answer as far as what they're called. So you can see that I just called them corrective sneakers. And then I included the measurements. These sat for a little while. I kind of expected that, but they ended up selling. So that was interesting. This next item is nothing special at all. Uh, it was just a like a canvas laptop bag, but I did find this at the bins. It was very light, so I probably paid 50 cents for it. It still had the strap on the inside, so I think it was pretty much new. And that sold for $12.99. All right, this was another bins find. You can tell the thing that's cool about the bins is because you can still sell something cheap like this and have it be profitable because you're getting it so cheap. This was just Detroit Tigers snapback hat. I was talking about snapbacks the other day. Um, yeah, so all right, this was men's Brooks Adrenalines. I've sold lots of Brooks. I like them. They're a good running shoe. Not that I really like to run, but they sell well. They're a high-end shoe, so you can get them even when they're kind of beat up, and they're still going to sell, especially when you get better colorways. And this is the first time I had seen like an all-black colorway. So I think I only had those for about a week. These I clearly priced too low. I thought because they were beat up, I was going to be happy to get like that $20 to $30 range. But they were literally listed for, who is that? Sorry, Mom. I'll call you back. These were only listed, they sold the night that I listed them. They were Timberland hiking boots. So I probably could have got a few more bucks, but you guys know I like to flip things quick. This pair of flip-flops, I was not familiar with this brand. I don't know how to say it. And they were leather, and they were actually kind of worn. Like you can see right here where the thread was, like the stitching was kind of worn out. And I included that in the description. The only reason I picked these up is because under the title I saw that they were made in Greece. It was really the only reason. And I don't know why, but I picked them up. Those were a bin find. They weighed less than a pound. So, they were maybe $1. This is a pair of Bass Bellagio like woven tassel loafers. I actually had these listed as a buy it now for a while for around 20 bucks, I think. And when I started editing listings and switching them over to auctions daily, well, I try to do daily. It doesn't happen daily. It got like a little bidding war over them, and they ended up selling for $21.50 anyways. This item I picked up at Salvation Army. I originally picked it up thinking I would send it into Amazon, but it wasn't really worth sending in. It was like it's really cool. It's a Panasonic tape player, but it's got like this little strap, like shoulder strap, so you can carry it around. Clearly vintage. It sat for a while, but ended up I moved it to an auction. It ended up selling for $15.50 plus shipping. This, I thought these boots were awesome. These were vintage Adidas Adventure boots. I almost kept them. They were a little bit small on me. Uh, I wasn't sure if they would sell quick or not because they were very rare. I could not find anything in the comps. I mean, I found other Adidas Adventure boots, but nothing vintage. Um, not this model. So they didn't sell as quickly as I wanted them to, and I ended up accepting an offer, I think around the $30 range, because they got me on a slow day. I was overflowing with shoes, and I wanted to get rid of them. So, I probably paid $4 for them. So it's still profitable, and I was happy to get rid of them. This was a pair of Uggs Australia pink boots. They showed some wear. It looks like they weren't waterproofed or whatever, almost like salt stains, but they didn't sit for very long either, so that was cool. And the last item for today is Johnston Murphy Optima toe cap shoes. These weren't anything special. They weren't vintage. They weren't brand new. They had some wear. Uh, and I stated that. I tried to take good pictures, and they still sold for over 30 bucks. I don't remember if I got these at the thrift, which would have been $3.99, or if I got them at the bins, which would have been a couple bucks. Ooh. Oh, I couldn't tell if that was blurry. Yeah, that one was a little blurry. I hate when that happens. Anyways, that is today's sales update. I hope everybody's having an awesome day and an awesome fourth quarter, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.